All right, let's talk about something in cybersecurity that's probably bugging a lot of you. We're spending more money than ever before, but are we actually getting any safer? It's a huge question. And today we're going to dig into a really sharp idea from Alexander Shopsky that gets right to the heart of this problem. He calls it the renovation trap.
So let's kick things off with a paradox, one that I bet is going to feel a little too familiar if you're working in security right now. Here's the big question, right? Security budgets are going through the roof. We're buying all the shiny new toys, XDR, AI platforms, you name it. And yet, the needle isn't moving. Our actual security outcomes, they're not really getting better. So what on earth is going on?
And you can see the symptoms of this failure all over the place. I mean, despite all this new tech, are breach timelines getting shorter? Not really. Our analysts, they're still burning out at an alarming rate. And the classic one, the board asks that simple question, are we safe? And what do they get? A 40-page PowerPoint deck that dances around the question but never actually answers it. Sound familiar? I thought so.
Okay, so all of this brings us to the core idea we're talking about today. It's a really powerful metaphor that just nails this problem. It's called the renovation trap.
See, the issue isn't really the tools. It's the thinking behind them. The analogy is just perfect. We are putting beautiful, expensive granite countertops on a foundation that's literally sinking into the mud. We're making everything look great on the surface, all shiny and new, but the structure underneath, it's completely broken.
So let's put a clear definition on it. What is the renovation trap? It's the practice of taking these modern, super powerful tools and then forcing them to operate on top of our outdated legacy logic and processes. Think about it. You buy this amazing AI-driven platform, but you make it follow your old manual playbook. It's like you're trying to run a brand new piece of software in compatibility mode, and it's just throttling everything.
And this is where we need to see the crucial difference between renovation and true modernization. Renovation, well, that's just applying new tools to old processes. It feels like you're making progress, but you're not really changing anything fundamental. Modernization, on the other hand, is about applying new logic to create entirely new processes. That's real progress. It's a fundamental shift in how you think, not just how you spend.
So, the big question is, why do we keep falling for this? Why do we get stuck in this trap? Well, it turns out there are three big structural problems. Think of them like anchors that are dragging down any chance of real progress.
And what are these anchors? They are what's called the tool-first hallucination, the siloed excellence paradox, and finally, the throughput obsession. Let's break down what each of these really mean.
All right, anchor number one, the tool-first hallucination. This one is huge. It's this fantasy that buying a tool is the strategy. You've probably heard it before, right? Oh, we'll get strategic once the new XDR is deployed. But here's the hard truth. A tool is just a multiplier. And if your current strategy is basically zero, well, what's anything multiplied by zero? It's still zero.
Okay, next up we have the siloed excellence paradox. This is what happens when each individual team is fantastic at what they do, but they're all operating in their own little bubbles. You might have a world-class threat intel team, right? But if all their amazing intelligence just ends up in a PDF report that never actually leads to a firewall rule change, then what's the point? It's just noise. Modernization has to be a horizontal effort that connects these teams. Otherwise, it's worthless. And that brings us to the third and final anchor, the throughput obsession. We are completely addicted to metrics like mean time to respond. We're obsessed with how fast we can close tickets. But this completely misses the bigger picture. The goal of modernizing your security program isn't just to make your team faster, it's to make the adversary's job harder, more expensive, and more annoying.
So this naturally leads us to a fundamental shift in mindset that's required. We have to stop optimizing for internal speed and start optimizing for external friction. It's all about moving from just being faster to being truly smarter.
And this quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? If your new modern process doesn't make the attacker's life harder, you've only succeeded in making your own life busier. It's so true. If your huge, expensive modernization project just ends with your team doing the same old things, but now they're stressed and doing them faster, you haven't actually reduced risk, you've just increased burnout. The real goal has to be making life miserable for the attacker.
This really boils it down. We have to shift the goalposts. The old metric was all about mean time to respond, which basically asks, how fast can we close a ticket?
The new goal needs to be what we can call adversary friction. And that question is totally different. How difficult, how expensive, how frustrating can we make the attacker's job? See the difference? We're moving from measuring our own activity to measuring our impact on the enemy.
And making this huge shift, moving away from measuring our own speed to measuring adversary friction, well, that's not a technical problem. That comes down to leadership. The decision to pursue simple renovation or to commit to true modernization, that choice has to start at the very top.
So here's a really simple, brutally honest gut check for any leader out there. Just listen. Listen to what your team talks about day to day. Are they constantly talking about vendors, debating product features, running bake-offs? Or are they talking about adversary behaviors, TTPs, and how to actually counter them? Because, let's be real, the first one isn't modernizing. That's just shopping.
And that brings us to the final and most important question. This is the question every single security leader needs to be asking themselves and their teams. Are we using our new capabilities to do the old things faster, or are we doing entirely new things that fundamentally change our risk profile? So ask yourself, are you just renovating, or are you really modernizing? Because the answer to that question tells you if all that money you're spending is actually buying you real security or just a very expensive and very vulnerable new facade.